cut_extensions. My TikTok is Syreeta Chantel Salon for TikTok. And I'm going to first say that this shampoo and conditioner that's made for extensions is amazing. It is so good. You cannot pay me enough to say something is good that's not good. This is amazing. I use this to shampoo and condition the extensions. And now I believe in air drying, but what I'm going to do is, you know, just to save time, I'm going to glue in my hair because it's too short to braid. I am a sew-in person, but I'm going to do a glue in. And I just want to lightly dry the wefts with this Private Label dryer. This is so cool. Like, the design is amazing and it's just really cool. And listen to it. It doesn't have like, that is so cute. I don't know why. I think it's amazing. But this shampoo and conditioner for extensions is giving luxury. All right. So I'm going to first show you, I made this black to save time. And I just added one. This is the one where I took out some brown, I added some blonde. I didn't let it process as long in the interest of saving time, but this is going to go on the bottom, and this is where I mostly did the highlights. It's a little wet, so it will lighten up as it dries, but I think it came out really pretty. And then I'm going to use this for the top so that it blends in with my natural hair. I'm going to leave it curly because I do not want to process my hair. I actually cut it all off and I want it to grow back healthy, and I want to, you know, use less heat. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep cutting it off or if I'm going to, you know, wear braids and weaves and things like that. But this will be a nice way to have a different look, not put any heat on my hair. It's a protective style, and I'll have, like, you know, a cute look that looks like my natural hair. So I prefer styles that look natural. So I'm just going to take this dryer and just dry the weft area. I particularly love when you let the curls just naturally dry. I do not like blown out curls. So just so that my glue will not lift, I want to dry the wefts. So I'm going to turn this on and just dry this a little bit. This is a very powerful, small, luxury item right here. I'm in love with this hair dryer. It's really powerful. It's not crazy loud, and it's lightweight. I'm in love. This is a great hair dryer. And it's small, like, it's not all bulky and crazy. It's too cute. So just enough, just so that, because I'm going to dry it as I go along, and I'll probably add some hairspray just to help it stick. But yeah, you don't want to put glue on wefts. If I wasn't doing this video, I would probably let my hair just dry and do it the next day maybe, so it can naturally just air dry. But in the interest of saving time, we're going to do it this way. And this is so powerful. Honestly, it made a big difference in just a short period of time. Whoops. That's not, this thing is powerful. It's small, but it's good. I want this hair dryer. I'm gonna have to do a blowout with this thing to see how it does with that, because this is actually really nice. It'll help with carpal tunnel. It's not so heavy. These are really, really wet. This is it's getting the job done. This thing is cool. You want to be careful. Like, I'm burning my hand a little bit, but I'm a tough cookie. But If I were you, I just don't want the hair blowing around. It's not so bad, but just be careful so you don't burn yourself. I could have gone a lot lighter with this, but I like this color. It's gonna, of course, get a little lighter, but you can always like do it, you know, do it again and get it lighter if you want to. But I think this is cool for me. And the hair still feels like great. The texture, everything is great. The color did not ruin the curl pattern. This is definitely some amazing hair. Sorry, excuse me. I can't wait to see how this comes out. I'm so excited to install this. You gotta relax and take your time. Make sure you have enough time to do this. It's much more fun when you're not in a rush. That's why you can't do hair if you don't love it, because it's time consuming and you deal with a lot, and it's a lot of work. You're like everything as a hairstylist. So if you don't love it, I highly recommend you find something that you naturally love to do, because I come from a family full of hairdressers. It was just naturally in me to be a hairstylist. And for me, it's not even like work. This is the perfect little dryer. I have to say, like, out of all the hair dryers I've used, this is probably, and I've had them all, Babyliss, Moroccan Oil, and not to diss any other companies, but this is my favorite hair dryer. So I'm not going to dry these too much because this is going to be last, so it'll have time to air dry. I'm more concerned with the ones I'm going to do first. I love this little, it's a little noisy, but it's like a subtle noise. I don't know, I like it. I'm going to use this. I know most people use like a stocking cap, but I'm going to use this instead. I'm going to keep this on and then just put it on, and then I'm going to use the glue that, you know, glue down to my head to secure it, and then I'll cut whatever I feel like I don't need. But I want this to be as natural looking as possible, and this is, I've never used this before for glue-in, but I'm going to try it. And I'm going to use this to just do like a natural little shape, and I'm going to use some glue. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna set up and I'm gonna get ready to install. Hi, my name is Syreeta. I'm here with Private Label Studios, partnering with them to do this tutorial. I just did the color, and now I'm going to do an install using glue, because my hair is super short and I already placed the cap on. My Instagram is color_cut_extensions, and my TikTok is Syreeta Chantel Salon. And I just used a Private Label extension shampoo and conditioner, and I love it. It's like so good. The hair feels so soft. I'm going to use their foam wrap in the end. Maybe possibly I might use the wax stick, their edge brush, and I'm just going to use some glue. And I already prepped the hair with I use Color Wild in my salon. This is a great product also, but this is a leave-in kale infused treatment that I put on to help define the curls. It's one of my favorite products, so I use it in my natural hair and I just put it on this hair. As you see, the hair still has its integrity and everything, and I blew the weft so that it wouldn't be glue placed on totally wet hair, because it's definitely not going to last as long. And then I have this beautiful hair dryer that I'm going to use to set the glue. So I'm going to get started. So this is the longest length. I'm looking for the one. So this is the one that I didn't process it as light as the other one. As you can see, is like a big difference, but once it dries, you'll be able to see it a little bit better in the interest of saving time. So I already pre-cut some of these, so I'm going to go ahead and I cut the edges off, because I cut out a row just to, I want my hair to look as natural as possible. So I went ahead and just separated some of my real hair, and I'm just going to start placing the glue, the wefts where they belong. I like natural looking hair, and I'm hoping that this is going to be everything that I believe it will be. So far the hair is great. So I think everyone's done a glue-in by now. So I'm going to just, okay. Let's see. This is a blooper. Let me see. Let's see if it's okay. Everything looks fine. Let's try this one more time. Okay. Tap 3 times for good luck. Let's see. There we go. Hear it. Okay, this is a blooper. I have no idea. Oh, wait. That time it was closed. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to put it across the weft, because I'm not going to assume that everyone has done this before. Just put a generous amount across the weft. And I pre-cut this and measured it to my head. So this is going to go, this is the longest length. I'm going to put this down the bottom. And I said before, I prefer a sew-in, but my hair is just too short. So I'm going to put that there. This is a tedious process, so you got to have a lot of patience. So I'm like in love with this hair dryer. Okay, so this is a tedious process. I highly recommend that you blow every single piece, especially since this is wet. Don't cut corners. Just go ahead and just do the right thing. So I'm going to find another piece that I feel like would fit the next row. You want to try to put these as close together as possible. I mean, depending on how much hair you have, you need to make sure that you can spread it throughout. And I like my hair really full in the top. So it just depends on how many bundles you're using. But most people like their hair really full, and you're going to need to put these together. So this looks like a good fit for the next row. I'm not gonna lie. I think I might start using glue more often because I don't always feel like braiding. So it's actually kind of easy. I just don't want a lot of glue in my hair, and I don't want to use that that solution that they use. It's supposed to be a protectant. I'm afraid to use that. So, but this way, it's not bad to me. I don't want to put gel and mold my hair and do all the things that I see all the girlies doing because I don't want an itchy scalp. It would drive me insane. So I'd rather just, treat my hair. I put shea butter and I put leave-in treatment, and then I just put this on top, and that works for me. Make sure that you do the edges. Like, don't neglect the edges and just like do the middle. And it is still a little bit damp, and the water can affect it. So if you can let your hair air dry, you do curly. Of course, if you're going to do straight, you want to blow it out. But if you're going to do natural curls, this is the Spanish way, by the way. Private Label hair is really good hair. I love it. I chose Spanish way because it's the closest to my texture, because I don't want to have to deal with putting glue on lace fronts or any of that. So for me, this is low maintenance because I really don't have time to be worrying about my hair. I need to be able to get up and go and still look cute. So that one, and it actually feels really snug and secure. Like, I'm actually feeling this. So let's see what's next. I think I want to do one a little shorter. Oh, this belongs over here. And when I say, I'm talking about like from across, I think I want to do one more down here. So I'm actually going to cut this one. So I think that one is good. Cut that. As long as you take your time, your hair is going to come out beautiful. I'll just lay this down because it's a little long. And if you're not careful, this glue can be a little messy. See, I just made a little bit of a mess. I haven't used glue in a really long time, and this is like nostalgic for me. It's like back in the days, of course, we used to use a lot of glue. And I think I might start doing quick weaves. People ask me for them and I say no, because I know how to make a sewing really flat. But I don't know. I think it might need to make a comeback for me. I think I'm going to look at it from a different perspective. As long as I can find a way to make sure that people's hair is secure and healthy without using a whole bunch of, I call it gook. I don't mind doing it, because I think this is going to be really easy for me to take out as well. What I would do is I would get in the shower and I would put a bunch of water and put conditioner and just pull it off. I wouldn't use like sheen or oil because it makes it gummy and gross. So I'm going to do mine a little bit longer than I normally would because it's still damp and I really want this to last. And I'm making sure I'm securing and putting pressure on the edges. You do not want to be outside and like your wing is out. That's not good. So got to make sure you secure those edges. Okay. Seriously, I'm starting to really like this. And then every now and then, just make sure that you pull this down so it's nice and snug. So I'm going to add the piece that I colored so that I can start getting the highlight effect down the bottom as well. I was going to do highlights all over, but I don't know, it's going to take way too much time. So I decided to just do it for the top, for the middle kind of. So I'm going to add this one to start putting a little bit of color in there. You can barely see it now because it's wet, but it'll all blend together. I feel like I'm going to start doing this until my hair grows out long enough for me to get braids. I was going to cut my hair off, but I have a feeling that I'm going to love this too much. I love my short hair, but I definitely was ready for change, and I definitely think I want my hair to grow back now. That's the thing I love about us. We can do so much with our hair. Whatever mood you're in, whoever you decide you want to be, you can be. That's the beauty of having extensions. Just remember to always take care of your crown. So hair care is so important to me. There's no style on this earth that I feel like is worth losing your real hair. I feel like you have to honor yourself and honor your hair, and then everything else is just fun. Can I be honest and tell you that I really am starting to feel myself, like, already? I'm not even done, and I'm already like in my head like, oh my God, I'm so cute. Get you a girl that can do both, short or long. So, okay, it's in there really good. This hair feels so soft, y'all. You would not be able to tell that it's been processed at all. I know I haven't gotten to this part, but it feels really good. So let's try this piece. I think I did a pretty good job measuring it out beforehand because it's fitting. I cannot believe that I'm starting to like a glue in. I was one of those old school hairstylists that was like kind of like a hater of some of the new stuff. I was like, you know how like rappers, the old school rappers don't like the new school rappers? I was starting to be like that. I'm like, oh, glue. But to be honest with you, I am really enjoying doing this. It's been a minute since I've put glue in my own hair. I don't know. I think this might be my new thing. I could have made this like a wig if I had put a plastic shower cap on it, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be snug to my head so I can just, I don't want to have to take it on and off. I just wanted, I just wanted to be able to just put it in and wear it for as long as I can, and then, you know, and then use this hair for something else. Because when you have good hair, it lasts. So because I'm almost up to the top, and then I want to try to use as much hair as possible, and I feel like it's being distributed pretty well. I'm going to put this one kind of close to the other one because I haven't even gotten to, this is still the first bundle, guys. Like, oh my God, this is so cute. Y'all have no idea how happy I am. I needed a makeover. Okay. Let's get this one a little bit close. And I'm going upward so that it'll kind of like, you don't want to do it like this because sometimes it'll pop up. You give a little bit of a curve effect. It looks more natural and you won't really see the weft as much. So I just believe it going in the way your head is like shaped, just a little bit up. I feel like I want to get on a flight to Puerto Rico with this hair. Like, seriously. Yes. Get some mofongo. So cute. It really feels like my hair. So because I don't want to waste any hair, I'm going to use this little piece and I'm just going to put it like right here just to balance everything out. No hair left behind. I'm using everything. I'm being very careful not to get glue on this cloth. So just gonna put this. As long as you have good hand-eye coordination, I think it's going to be fairly easy for you. God, this hair feels so light and nice. Okay, now it's time to add a little bit of color. I think I did pre-cut some of these. Let's see. This is gonna be so pretty. So, oh my God, I'm in love. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but toot toot. This is so cute. And it doesn't, like when you get color, it doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be purple and green. Like it can be something that just looks simple and natural. That's kind of what I was going for. So I'm in love. This is not too blonde. It's the perfect blonde. And I can always add more if I want to later. What I would probably do is go in and on the top parts, I would probably just paint in a couple pieces of blonde just so that it looks like more natural. So I'll probably do that later. To be honest with you, I wish I had kind of left out a couple pieces of natural brown to put in between, but I think it should come out fine because I did highlights. I think it'll look fine. It just looks really natural. Sometimes less is more. I'm really geeking about this hair dryer. I don't know what it is. Every time I turn it on, it makes me smile. It's just the best. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit more. Oh my God, I love it. All right, so I want these really close together because I want to try to squeeze these in here as much as possible. I need the widest ones to wrap around my head, so I'm going to try to see which ones can go more to the front. Oh my gosh, this is just too cute. Let's see if this one is longer. I think this one looks longer. As you can see, this hair is not shedding at all, like literally no shedding. So this is where my part is, where I separated my hair to cover up so it can have a natural look. So I want to try to make sure that it doesn't go past this rim, because I definitely don't want to put glue on when I go to take this off or cut it off. I want to be able to pull my real hair back. So just make sure you separate. I actually parted it and separated, like pulled it forward so that I could see the part and see where I want to stop. You know, this is a strange economy, so sometimes you have to do it yourself, but you want to, if you do it yourself, you're going to have to make sure you know what you're doing. You're going to have to make sure you get some decent products. You're already saving money not going to the salon. I'm not trying to tell you not to go to the salon. But yeah, if you want to do this, it's not hard. So as you see, I'm stopping right here. And I don't think it's going to make it all the way around to the other side completely, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, you can see the highlights starting to make a difference. And I love black hair, but I always do black or blonde. Like I'll do short and blonde, kind of like Amber Rose look, but I've never done dark hair with highlights before. But I really like it so far. I definitely think what I'm gonna do is like brush on a couple of pieces with this in my hair and just like, you know, just a couple of pieces around my face to look natural, since it's like placed in my head and I can like be specific with where I put them. So maybe I will, maybe I won't, but it would be cute. Because this side is, I've been starting here, I'm going to start over here to balance it out, because some of these pieces is a little bit further back and I don't want it to be off. So I'm going to start on this side for the next two, so it's a little bit more even in case it doesn't make it all the way around. See? Yeah. You got to pay attention to that so it's evenly distributed. So I'm going to start here this time. Pull it around as far as you can go. You can put a little bit of tension on there, not too much, but a little bit. And press it. No one's going to be able to tell me that this isn't my hair. Don't start getting lazy and not drying your hair properly, because what's going to happen is that it's going to start lifting up prematurely and you won't be able to keep this style as long. So even though you might get tired and it's a little bit redundant, just remind yourself to just go ahead and dry it completely so that you can have a cute style for as long as you can. I'm hoping I can keep this for a month because I really like it. So extensions are beautiful. Some people like a really harsh look, but I'm the type that I love more of the LA style where it looks more natural. I like simple styles. I like things that like are more classic. The other things are, you know, dramatic is fun. I love looking at other people with their hair like that. But for me, I'm not one of those hairstylists that's going to, you know, change my hair every week and wear all these different colors. I kind of like Kim Kardashian style where everything is like she'll try blondes and she'll try black, but she kind of keeps like a classic look. That's more me. I'm just not that girl. First of all, it's expensive, but it is good promo, but it's just too much for me. So I like to keep it simple. So this is perfect for me. I cannot wait to cut this off. The real test is not now. It's going to be when I cut this off and when I pull my hair back to see if I did a good job or not. Cut. All right, so now I'm going to go back over to this side because I noticed a little gap. And so I'm going to go ahead and I don't want to cut up this hair anymore. I don't think it's necessary. So because this one is shorter, what I'm going to do is just measure the other one, the last piece that I have for this color. Because after this, I'm going back to my natural color. So I'm going to put this on the side because right here you see I have a gap and I want it to be it's full on each side. I'm making sure that it's connected as close to the other weft as possible, close together as possible. I know this is probably common sense, but you do not want to use oil on your hair when you have a hairstyle like this. Just don't want to do it. If you do, put it only on the ends and that's it. And make sure you don't use a synthetic oil. Use like something natural that's not too heavy. Like I love jojoba oil. That's like one of my favorite oils. But I would stay away from it. Okay, so I could do one of two things. I can make this go right here and stop here and leave a little piece so that I could add some other color, like mix in with the black to the front, which I do believe that's what I'm going to do. Or I could just put this whole thing in there. But just because I have a lot of black for the front, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to cut a little piece of this to save just the blend in for the top. A little bit more here. Start over here. Make sure you get all the way to the edge. And you could tell, like, as it's drying, it's lightening up a lot, and pretty dark in here. When I get out in the sun, it's really gonna look good. But I love it. Putting a little pressure. I really don't feel like I'm putting that much glue on my hair. Like, I feel like it's enough to make it connect, but not where I'm gonna have like a massive amount of glue on my hair. And I'll just wet it, put conditioner on it, it'll come off, and I'll just comb it right out. No damage. Okay. So I saved this little piece, and I think I'm gonna try to add it if I feel like it's too much black in the top. So let's see, find a wider piece. If it's not wide enough, like, you can just do what I did before. Yeah, I don't know, I like color, but I just love black. Black does it for me. So, okay, that looks like it's good. I hope that I have more than enough hair, because I need to get this all the way to the top. And I want it to be as full as possible. I'm trying to use every single piece. Even if there's like a little small piece left over, I'm gonna find somewhere to put it. And it will like get fuller, you know, once it dries. So this is 3 bundles of Spanish Wave from Private Label. It is raw, and my Instagram is color_cut_extensions. My TikTok is Syreeta Chantel Salon. And you can get everything I'm using: the hair dryer, the foam mousse, the wax stick, the edge brush, the hair, from Private Label. And I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. 100%. Like, it's too cute. And it's not just cute, it's quality. I'm all about quality. And it's affordable. I mean, it's like a no-brainer. When you get luxury and it's affordable, like, come on. Can't be that. Wow, this is really looking nice. The funny thing is, I taught myself how to do hair by doing my own hair when I was young. I started off putting a bucket of conditioner in my hair and doing finger waves on myself, and they looked amazing. And I would always practice my hair, and I would always be obsessed with my hair. And my aunt was a kitchen stylist, and I used to just watch her do hair in the kitchen, and the rest is history. Shout out to all the kitchen beauticians, because, you know, y'all matter. Actually, everyone's going back to that because the economy is so crazy. A lot of hairstylists are leaving their salons and suites and going back into their own homes. So it's funny how, like, time goes back around. So that's what people are doing now. I'm a salon person. I prefer the salon, but I don't want to spend so much time in my house. I want to be able to get out, get some fresh air, and be in a new environment. But you got to do what you got to do. Either way, whatever your preference is, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, a lot of celebrity hairstylists did that, like I think Tokyo Styles, and a lot of others, even Style Channel, he was doing makeup in his kitchen. So we're all fabulous and amazing. no matter which way you want to do it. But one thing you have to do is use good stuff. That's non-negotiable. So I don't care about this mesh. I'm going to glue right over top of it. That's what I'm going to do. So I wasn't just using the black part. I'm going to put it on the lace as well. So I want to give y'all some tips because I'm really passionate about hair care, and I really want to make sure that the girlies know how to do little simple things. And so one thing I'm going to say is stop being afraid to trim your ends. It's dead, it's gone, it's no longer, no, let it go. You have to trim your ends. And you have to drink water. I hear girls saying, I don't drink water. That's insane. You need to drink water. To have healthy hair, you need to drink water. And don't use hot water on your hair ever. And you have to invest in good quality products. I don't want to bash any line, but I prefer salon quality products. There's a lot of products that I really don't like, but I just wouldn't use this platform to say it. But there's a lot of popular products that they market towards us that is not good. So the extension shampoo that I use, I'm telling you, as soon as I put it on, it was oh, it was amazing. It was the quality was just unbelievable. And I had a couple clients tell me they didn't think that shampoo mattered, and it absolutely 100% matters. Sometimes it's so bad that you would be better off putting dish detergent on your hair if you're not using the right product. So invest in a good shampoo and a good conditioner. Get it trimmed. Don't use hot water. And make sure that you eat a healthy diet. And make sure that you invest in quality hair that will last. You can use it over and over again. You might save money in the beginning, but you're going to end up paying for it in the long run. So I highly recommend Private Label hair. They are not paying me to say this. I love it. It is really good. This is going to be my go-to hair for now on. It does what it's supposed to do, and I highly recommend their shampoo. Their extension shampoo is really good. Everything that I'm using today, it has been top tier. Okay, I wish I could go faster for y'all, but I'm going to go ahead and put, I think I'm going to cut this in half just so I can have a little bit of color in the front. And I feel like this hair is giving Janet Jackson. What do you think? So I think I'm going to cut these two pieces. Everything is about balance, so I want everything to be balanced out. So I'll cut this in half. And I'm going to put these two pieces in the front so it just doesn't look like I just, like I just have unbalanced color. Because I definitely could have put a little bit more highlights, but I was trying to save time. But this is not permanent black, so even if it was, I could still go in and add highlights to it, which I will play around with the color of this on this hair. If you get good hair, then you're fine. Putting this to as closest to the front as I can. I'm gonna spray a little bit of hairspray on this one because it's a little short and I want to dry it out and I want to make sure that it's gonna stay. So I'm actually gonna use some Got To Be. just to help it stick. Because one thing, if this gets loose and it's like this one little piece is, you know, I don't want it coming off. So a little added security. Okay, this looks good. Making sure I'm not putting it on, like this is my mark where I'm going to stop my part. Oh, I have the wrong piece. I'm almost done, guys. So I want to make sure I get it as close to my part as possible. I'm going to spray. Put some pressure on that thing. We're almost done. Okay, so it looks like I have pretty good amount of hair, but since I have these little short pieces and I have like this little section, I want to use them. So instead of just like cutting the hair up, so I'm going to go and see if I can find a place for this. So I'm going to put these pieces here. I want my top really full, so I'm going to try my best to get all of this in here. I want to be able to flip it to each side if I want, you know, kind of like. Okay, make sure you don't get any of the glue on the extension hair. For these short pieces, I'm going to definitely use some hairspray. So this has like a little bit of a weird cut, and I don't want that excess weft on there, so I'm gonna cut that off. It's like a piece of weft with no hair on it, so gotta get rid of that. Okay, I'm making sure I don't put this on top of the extension hair. Spray some got to be. I promise you, if you try to do a shortcut and just put this in without drying it, it's gonna lift later and it's just not worth it. So just go ahead and do it right. Even if you don't do it as long, just make sure you dry each piece. Okay. Now this, I'm trying to get in there as tight as much as I can. There's like a little gap over here, so I'm lifting it up to try to get to this piece, because I kind of put those pieces in the front. Okay, it's coming along. I hope y'all liking it so far. I'm loving it. And you definitely can blow this out and straighten it very easily with no problem, but I want as low maintenance as possible, and I want it to be as close to my natural hair as possible, just because I just don't, as you get older, well, I don't know about other people, but for me, as you get older, like, you just don't want to spend too much time. You want to look good, and you don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. So I'm just going to stick to curly, although I love a middle part with sleek and straight, but I probably just will get a wig from Private Label when I want that look. So I'm trying to fill in this gap, and I don't want to cut it unnecessarily short. So I'm going to lift this hair up, go all the way to the edge, and I'm going to try to, I don't want to curve this hair because I don't want it to lift. So I'm going to just cut it to where I think is a good fit. But I definitely want to start getting underneath of that hair, that gap that I missed from placing those two pieces in the front. So I lift this up. Try to get it as close as possible. And yeah, you can move it over a little bit. Curve it a little bit. I don't like to put glue on top of, like, weft on top of weft. It's not me. Some people do it. I don't do it. I don't do anything that I feel like might lift later. I can't wait to start going back to the black because, like I said, I love color, but black just does it for me. So I can't wait to blend it back in with the black. Okay, and then just for good luck, I'm gonna spray a little extra. Okay. All right, found a little piece. Let me see if there's any more gap. I'm gonna leave that. I think that's fine. Let's see if there's a gap over here. I feel like that's fine. So I'm just gonna curve this a little bit. I prefer to go across, but I don't want these little short pieces. So I'm just gonna curve it a little bit. I don't know, it's kind of hard because I really don't want to. I'm gonna get as much hair as I can, so I actually am gonna go ahead and just cut this and just go straight across. I think that's how I'll get the most hair in, because I am gonna find a way to fit this hair in. I put a little bit too much glue. I'm not going to spray any more spray on each individual piece right now. This one dried enough. Make sure you put some pressure. So afraid I'm not going to be able to get as much hair in here as I want. So those bundles have good density because I have a pretty big head and I needed less than 3 bundles for a full install, and I still have some hair left over, so that's pretty good. I cannot wait to shape this around my face. Some people will just do a weave or install and they just leave it. I cannot do that. That's like giving someone a cake and not putting on frosting. So I'm just going to shape it lightly. A little cut goes a long way. Trying to put it as close together as possible. I'm going to go all the way up to this part. And then I'm actually going to dig through my hair and feel for gaps and just add whatever hair I have left over. If I had curved, I wouldn't have been able to get as much hair in. So I'm glad I did not do that. This is a job where it's like patience is a virtue. You have to have so much patience. I'm so glad I added the color to the front so it wouldn't just be like black, and then when I shape it, it's going to be really good. So my Instagram is color_cut_extensions. And my TikTok is Syreeta Chantel Salon. I have a salon suite located in the historic West End of Atlanta. And I am from Baltimore, and I have been licensed and worked in LA, Vegas, and New York. I'm currently in Atlanta, and I am looking to build a clientele of people who are looking to take care of their hair, not just have style, but really take care of their hair and want someone that can guide them in the right direction. And so if you're looking for me, I'm looking for you. So, as I said before, I love a good sew-in, but because my hair is so short, I decided to do a glue-in, and I'm actually feeling it a lot. So I think I might do this more often, and I think I'm going to let my hair grow, and this is going to be my protective style. Make sure every time you take out a protective style that you brush your hair out completely so that you get rid of any loose hair that you've been losing, because we definitely lose at least 50 to 100 strands of hair a day. And when your hair is up, it is getting trapped in there. And if you go and you have all of that hair stuck in, the loose hair stuck in with your hair, and then your cuticles are open when you do the shampoo and conditioner and you're doing like a vigorous wash, it will cause your hair to mat up and tangle and intertwine, and you will ruin your hair. So whenever you have a protective style, I don't care if it's only been in for a little bit of time, brush your hair completely out and wash it, condition it, comb the conditioner completely through. See if you need a trim, go ahead and get a trim. Don't wait until you can see a trim. The reason why people are freaking out about trims is because they waiting too long to get one, and then it looks like it's no longer a trim, it's a cut. So trim often is needed. Just know that it's dead hair. It's no longer serving you, so it has to go, just like one of those toxic boyfriends. And you just gotta let it go. And every time you trim your ends, it's not that it's making your hair grow. Your hair never stops growing, but it's not breaking off as it's growing out, so it appears like it's growing. But your hair is always growing. But when you have split ends, you just don't get to see the growth because it's continuously splitting. So stop telling your stylist to give you a little trim. I actually hate that. Like, don't ask for a little trim. Just get you a hairstylist that you can trust and let her make the decision on how much of a trim you need. And make sure you care for your hair in between your wigs and weaves, that your hair comes first, the hair care is a priority, and that you're investing in good products and invest in good hair. For some reason, this one doesn't want to, it's giving me problems, so I'm gonna add a little bit of hairspray. I think I got a little bit of glue somewhere where I don't want it to go, but I'm just gonna comb it out. I'm just gonna keep it going. Even though there's like just a little bit of space, I want it to be as close to my natural hair as possible, so that it looks as natural as possible. So I'm gonna wait, there's a little piece. Let me see if, no, that doesn't fit. Get it as close as possible. So how you guys thinking it's looking so far? I think it looks great. Okay, so now I want this as full as possible, and I don't want to make a big mess. So I'm going to go ahead and fill through my hair a little bit. It looks fine, but I'd rather just go ahead and just use up all the hair that I have. So I'm gonna look for a space, and I think I found one. You have to be careful with this because you don't want to get glue everywhere. So you have to make sure that it's separated properly. You want to make sure you're not pulling on it too much so that you're not lifting the weft that might not be completely dry up. So you want to separate it so it's a nice clean space. See, there's like a little gap right there. And then I'm going to use this clip. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I can fill all the way around because I'm going to go all the way around. So since it's enough room to go around, I'm going to pin this up in the middle. Get the longer piece. I'm probably going to put both of these in the one section because I think it's enough room. So I'm going to cut this end off because again, it has like some weft and it doesn't have hair on it. So I'm just going to cut it off. And this side also can be cut a little bit. It's like little things like that that make a difference with your hair like lifting up. You don't want your hair to lift up. So just do the right thing from the beginning. Make sure you get enough glue on the edge. Okay, go in there and fill. Make sure there's no hair blocking. You can get it in there really well. You gotta be really careful with this one. Make sure I'm able to get it all the way to the edge and nice and flat. And then, because it's like stuck in there, and I can feel that it's a little damp, I want to really dry this well. And you're going to press it all the way around and make sure you get the edge in there. And I'm just going to go in and just do this last piece. Let's see if it's still enough room. If it's not, just go ahead and fill around, try to find another space. I don't like bulkiness, so I'm not going to force it. See if I can find another spot. Okay, I found another gap. This is not the time to get lazy, guys. You gotta make sure that everything is right. Some people would say, oh, it's just one little piece and not put it in, but when it comes to extensions, I just feel like, you know, at least 3 bundles is good. Anything less is a mess. So I'm going to get this all in here. So my Instagram is color_cut_extensions, and my TikTok is Syreeta Chantel Salon. And I am doing a glue in because my hair is too short, and I custom color, just put a little bit of highlights on using Private Label hair, and I used the Spanish wave in, I think it was 20, 18, and 16 inches. I think it looks good. The integrity of the hair is great. I used the Private Label shampoo and conditioner for extensions, and it was really good. It was amazing. I actually really loved it. I could tell the quality of it immediately. The hair felt really good after. I was really impressed with the shampoo and conditioner. The hair is really good too, but like that shampoo and conditioner was like, I wasn't expecting it to be that good. It's really nice. And I'm pretty sure you could use it on your regular hair too, but I love that they made a shampoo and conditioner specifically for extensions. It's brilliant. Okay. So all of that is in. Oh, look at that. I think that looks great. So this is the thing. What I did was separate. I separated my hair. My hair is extremely short. And I left a little part and I glued it. I put on a wig cap. I just used the wig cap instead of a stocking cap. And then now I'm going to go in and cut off the part that I do not need anymore. And then I'm going to comb my hair back to make sure that it looks natural and it looks good. So this is like the real test. So I don't want to cut any of my hair. So I'm going to go in and pull this back. And I snipped it a little bit on the ears just so I could get it on snug. And I don't want to accidentally cut any of my hair. So I'm going to take my time and lift it up from my hair. I'm actually going to cut a little hole because I think it's easier. Be very, very careful. This is my first time doing this like this. This is not normally any thing I've seen anyone do where they use the wig cap for glue, and I'm pretty sure somebody does it, but I just decided to use it, and I actually really like it a lot. This feels really good. So far, so good. Okay. So I'm just cutting off the excess from the wig cap. Like I said before, if you wanted to, you could have used a shower cap to put under this and just make a wig that way on your own head. But I've done that in the past, but I just wanted something simple. I didn't want to have to take it on and off until I'm ready to, you know, get a new hairstyle. I'm gonna keep this in as long as I can. So I'll cut off that excess. And I don't think I cut any of my hair. Okay, so you see that's where I had it parted. And then I'm going to go ahead, because I prefer to cut my hair when it's like dry and it's almost in its natural state. So I'm going to go in and just like add a little bit of like texture and layering. Nothing harsh, just a little bit of shaping around the face. I do not like when stylists just throw the hair in and don't try to like shape it. They're like, oh, I'm done. Like, no, you're not done. So I believe in like, you know, look at that. So like, you see how this has more life to it? Oh my God, this is gorgeous. I'm going to be like, really like checking myself out when I get done. I'm not even going to lie. This is cute. So I could have done more highlights down the bottom, but I was trying to be, you know, like in the interest of saving time, I just decided not to, but it's still fine. But I love how this just opened it up and it made it like, you know, more full. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, just a light feathering, like slightly closing the shears, not all the way, and just kind of run down and just make like some natural layers to frame the face and give it a little bit of shape, make it look a little bit more natural. I could do a lot more, but I'm not going to. I also sometimes will use this just to do like little pieces. This is an eyebrow razor, but I have them in my salon for like different reasons, just in case, you know. See how easy that is? You see how it just like I have big hair and I feel cute. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of layering inside, just a tiny bit. I love these things. These are so easy. I mean, I know they have like that big green razor, but no, this is for like little light pieces. You can use both, but I'm going to add more color to it throughout, but I'm going to, you know, do it while it's in my head so I can have the placement better. I felt more comfortable with having more black because I just like black, but there's a couple pieces that I want to like, you know, blend the color in a little bit better. It doesn't look bad, but I'm a perfectionist and I know I can add a little bit more color and it'll be fine. I'm glad I added this little piece to the front. All right, so now I'm gonna comb my hair back. This is gonna be the real test. See if I know what I'm doing. All right, so make sure I'm not gonna lie, this is in there like really good. Like it feels so secure. I'm a person who my weave has to look like it's coming up my scalp. I'm not really into like no, you know, shade to anybody who wear wigs. I like a more natural look, and I just rather have my own hair, my own scalp. So I like the classic weaves, but you know, unless you invest in a really good wig. But I'm just not used to wearing wigs too much. I'm gonna start dibbling and dabbling with them because I do want to try some different colors. And Private Label has some really nice wigs. So I pulled that back. I'm going to use the Private Label wax stick to just put a little bit on my edges. This wax stick is fire. My hair is like so short, y'all. Look, it's like I barely have nothing. So I'm just gonna add that. See how it just like makes it lay down. Their products are really good, guys. So go around my edges. I don't want to put too much because I don't want my glue to lift. But it holds well. It feels really good. It looks good. I like the wax stick. So what I'm going to do is comb this in really well, because I am a believer in blending as much as you can, whether it's makeup or hair. And then I'm going to spray some hairspray just to make sure that my hair is connected with it. And I'm just going to rub my fingers through it. And then, let's see. So what I'm going to do now, that I feel like from here it looks blended. Let's see. I think it looks blended. Just to make sure, I'm going to, you don't always have to have a part. I didn't want a part because my hair is too short. Okay, so let's see if it's shaped the way I want it before I put the mousse on. Make sure everything is the way I want it to be. I like it a lot. Okay. Y'all, this is too cute. I'm just making sure that the cut is right. Like, this is amazing. Let's see. You got to play around with it just to make sure that it falls. If you fluff it around, you can see where things aren't falling the way it should. And you can, if you have a natural eye, I have a natural eye for certain things, so I can tell that I need a little bit more some places. Please shape your styles, your installs. See, it flows, it flows. All right, so I think this looks so beautiful, but I am going to use the foam wrap. I'm not going to use too much because it's going to, I don't want it to go flatten out, and I want y'all to see how it really looks. This is literally a one-stop shop because they have good products, good hair. The only thing was just getting the lightener, but they have really good products. I'm gonna use the edge brush. Even the foam wrap is good, y'all. Man, what do y'all think? I think it's cute. So what I like to do is just, because it's so short, you know, I like to just do this just to give it a little bit of a natural look. I feel like this looks just like my hair. Then spruce it up a little bit. I love this little blonde piece showing. This looks really natural. This looks good. The integrity of the hair is good. This was just a little light color. This wasn't even nothing, but it gave, you know, it gave me something. And just look how that foam wrap is just like making those curls perfect. Y'all, These products are amazing. I just want to thank Private Label for allowing me to use their studio to talk to you guys and show you guys how you can use their products to do it yourself, or how stylists can use these products, because they are really, really good products. And again, my name is Syreeta, and I'm the owner of Syreeta Chantel Salon, located at 1000 White Street in the historic area of West End, located really close to Morehouse College in Clark. And my Instagram is color_cut_extensions. And my TikTok is Syreeta Chantel Salon. This has been fun. This has been amazing. I'm not gonna lie, like I love, 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 love my hair. And by the way, my lashes are also from Private Label. Love them too. But I'm feeling my hair. What you think?